Before we get to the video, feel free to check out my Patreon linked in my bio where I post exclusive content that I won't see here on YouTube or any of my other social media accounts like stop motions, toy photography, music production, behind the scenes of projects I work on such as videos and dioramas, plus more for $5 a month. Now let's get straight to it. Oh man, the news just doesn't stop coming the last few days. So we have official listings for 2026 Transformers figures from Studio Series and the second year of Age of the Primes. So let's delve right into this and give you all my thoughts on everything as always. So these listings come from JT Prime 17. So let's start off with Studio Series here first. We got Deluxes. So Deluxe Dev Bumblebee, Deluxe TF1 Orion Pax, Deluxe TF5 Barricade, Deluxe 86 Wind Charger, Deluxe 86 Sunstreaker, Deluxe 86 Krenix, Deluxe 86 Cliffjumper, TF1 Thundercracker, TF1 Arachnid. And now for Voyager class, we have 86 Skywarp, 86 Thundercracker, 86 Shockwave, and TF1 Alpha Trion. And then for the leader class stuff, we have 86 Soundwave, 86 Astrotrain, 86 Snarl, TF5 Nemesis Prime. And then for an interesting little thing here, we have a Studio Series 86 30th anniversary capsule, or I'm assuming this would be 40th anniversary. I don't know why it says 30th there. But we have a capsule line here for Studio Series. That's pretty crazy, but it makes sense for the anniversary next year, obviously. We have Deluxe Hound, Voyager Scourge, Voyager Hot Rod, and Leader Optimus Prime. So my thoughts on these listings, I think they're good for what they are. You know, a lot of these, me personally, I don't really care about getting next year, but there's a lot of potential here to be a lot of great figures that are made. Devastation Bumblebee, I'd assume it would just be either a repaint of the 86 mold or something slightly new. TF5 Barricade, I'm really excited for because that original figure wasn't really that great to begin with. 86 Wind Charger and Sunstreaker and Krenix. Now they're really digging into the cast there. It's obviously more so background characters, but a new Sunstreaker we really need. I'm hoping it's not just an Earthrise repack. Wind Charger, I mean, I'm really happy with the Reveal a Shield figure, but obviously that's not G1 animation accurate. And TF1 Arachnid I really want to see because I feel like she hasn't been given enough love in recent years, except for Black Arachnia, so I like that. Voyager class, not really anything too crazy in Voyager class. The 86 stuff, I'm assuming it's just going to be repacks, and Alpha Trion, he's cool, you know, but we've been getting a lot of Alpha Trions over the last, 7 years, so it's a cool design, but it's a character that we have quite a few figures for in the Generations line at this point, and we're going to be getting another one in Age of the Primes, what is it, later on this year or next year or something. Leader class, again, we already saw all of these, I'm pretty sure, so no real surprise there. In the 86 capsule line, I'm surprised that they're making it a dedicated capsule line, because we already have it as a subline in Studio Series, but at the same time, 86 sells so well for Hasbro that I'm not surprised at all at the same time that we are getting this next year for the 40th anniversary of the movie. And the picks here are pretty good, you know, a new Hound that's maybe a reissue of the one that came out, what was it, last year. Scourge, Hot Rod getting reissues is pretty good because those are figures that are pretty expensive on the aftermarket now. And Leader Optimus Prime, I'm assuming it's going to just be the Commander class figure, but without the trailer, I'd say. So some pretty good picks for that capsule line there. Heading into the Age of the Primes listings for next year, it's a little bit spicier in my opinion. And let's start off with Deluxe. We have Deluxe Quintus Prime, Sure Shot, Blast Off, Quick Strike, Smokescreen, Power Glide, Swerve, Animated Ratchet, and Prime Cliffjumper. Then moving on to Voyager class, we have Amalgamus Prime, Brawl, Animated Retgar, Armada Sideways, and Nexus Prime. And then going into Leader class, we have Big Convoy, Universe Razor Claw, And the Commander class is Onslaught, which I'll talk about soon. And then we have Selects, G2, Swoop, and Sludge, which looks to be a 2-pack. So let's talk about Deluxe first. So Quintus Prime, I'm excited to see, not really a character I'm attached to. Sure Shot finally getting his figure that was canceled last year, the year before. Blast Off, it's cool to see the Combaticons getting some love. Quick Strike, I'm really excited to see how they handle this, because that original figure with all the clear plastic, not really aging too well. And he's a design from Beast Wars that I really like. Probably one of my favorites. Top 10, I'd say, maybe. Smokescreen, I'm curious to see what universe this is from, but if it was from a different universe, it probably would have been labeled already. So I'm assuming this is just a reissue of the Earthrise figure from 2020, because that is a little bit expensive on the aftermarket nowadays, and it just fits in with the reissues that they've been doing for the modern War for Cybertron G1 characters the last couple of years. Power Glide, Swerve, mini-bots that are needed for updates in the modern era, so that's going to be exciting to see how they're handled. Animated Ratchet as a deluxe, I like, but at the same time, with how stuff is nowadays, I feel like he should have been a Voyager class at the same time, so I don't know, I got to see how that figure looks to be actually excited for it. And Prime Cliffjumper, it's probably just a reissue of the 4-pack that came out last year. And then Voyager class, not a whole lot I'm excited for here, except for maybe Brawl. I think him being a Voyager class is super awesome, because he's been a deluxe class before, and he's just a character in a design from G1 that I think really has a big presence and an impact with his character and how he is as a Decepticon, and especially my love for how he was in Bayverse and stuff. I got a little bit of a sweet spot there for Brawl. But I'm also excited to see how Armada Sideways turns out. I've been advocating this for a while, that he needs to be a Voyager class for the Headmaster gimmicks and stuff. So seeing them actually make him as a Voyager in the modern times is really nice, because I was worried he would be a deluxe. So I'm glad he's not. And then Animated Wreck-Gar, I'm a little interested in. I already have the original, so I'm not really fiending for an Animated Wreck-Gar. Especially since it's going to be like that G1-ified look and not really cartoon accurate. But he is something that I'm curious to see how it's going to turn out. In Leader class, we already talked about Big Convoy. I'm a little skeptical on how that's going to be due to him being a Leader class, if he's going to have all of his weapons and features or not, because I think he should have been either made to order or a Commander class. Universe Razor Claw, I'm super excited for. I've been advocating on this channel for over a year now, since we got that Tigerhawk released, that the repaint just seems like a no-brainer, and they're finally doing that. I would have assumed he would have been an exclusive or like a Generation Selects release, but him being mainline is even better, I guess, so I'm definitely probably going to be picking that up. Now, for the Commander class pick, this is something that people have been fearing for quite a few months now, since we got word that we would be getting the Combaticons really soon in Age of the Primes, with the, Vortex release coming out later on this year. I don't think it's a terrible idea. I think for Onslaught it works. But my whole thing with this is, we've been getting so many Commander class slots wasted on combiner characters that could just be Leader classes, and then maybe give the combining accessories to other releases or something, or maybe even just release the combining accessories separately somehow as like a retailer or a fan channel exclusive or something. Why do we need to keep wasting Commander class slots on stuff that not even that long ago would be Voyager class or Leader class releases? It just kind of boggles my mind that we're getting so many Commander class slots the last few years wasted on just the main portion of a combiner, just because they don't want to pack it in separately or with other characters, or they need it for stability or whatever. It just shows you how crazy this stuff is getting at this point, where you got to spend $90 alone just for the core robot mode. But at the same time, I do advocate on this channel that modern combiners are better than like the Combiner Wars stuff, so I'm not against it fully. I'm just saying I wish it went to a slot for a character that was different, that wasn't a combiner, because for a couple years in a row now, it's just been combiners for Commander class, so I'm not really happy about that. And the Selects 2-pack, I think, is going to turn out pretty good. Those are some pretty decent leader class molds. So I'm interested to see how the color schemes are going to look on those because, you know, it's a G2. It's a little bit crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the listings here, guys. That's my thoughts on everything. Not a whole lot that jumps out at me personally right now in terms of where I am in terms of collecting figures from Transformers. But there is a couple things here that I am interested in getting, like the Quick Strike, Armada Sideways, maybe the Brawl, maybe Big Convoy, probably going to get Razor Claw. And for Studio Series, what would I get from Studio Series next year? Maybe TF5 Barricade, maybe Arachnid. What's another one? Maybe Nemesis Prime, but I'm not sure. Not really a whole lot for Studio Series. You know, I'm more of like the live action crowd with that stuff with Bayverse and Studio Series. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about these leaked listings? Do you love them or do you hate them? All my social medias are linked down below, including my email if y'all want to hit me up about business inquiries, if you want to message me about whatever. And yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye!